Okay, hello. So, I am super excited to do this manifestation training for you today. I'm going to be sharing my 45K manifestation story, exactly how this money came to me, so that if you're looking to manifest more money in your business, you're going to be able to do it. You're going to know what to do, right? So, I heard a story once from a mentor that, manifestation is like ordering an Amazon package. You put the order in, you pay on your card, and then you just wait. And you wait and trust that this Amazon package is going to arrive to you, and you don't generally think about it, right? You don't think about whether it's coming on a plane, by bus, the exact date, unless you're a control freak. You just allow Amazon to take care of the details, and this package arrives to you. And manifestation is really like that, right? When I've manifested money just like I have this time, I've been aware of how little there has been to do with the money coming to me, So we hear law of attraction, manifestation, affirmation, subliminal mind programming, focus on what you want, create the vision board, do the mind movie. Oh my God, I'm exhausted thinking about it. What if it can be as simple as asking the universe and then letting go? Now we need to remember that we are the universe. We are the universe and we are creating our reality. So actually whether that package arrives is actually trust in us. It comes back to us, okay? And so I'm going to be talking you through that. I'm going to be explaining what you need to do, what you need to change. My manifestation story, about 6 weeks ago, I saw a secondhand little tiny house, and it was beautiful. It was perfect. And I asked the universe, I said, just give me 45K. I'll get this beautiful temporary tiny home and we'll be sweet, right? Let it go. Literally a few days ago, my ex-husband came home and he explained that something had been identified through our separation and that I would be owed 45K. There it is. I messaged my coach straight away. I was like, I asked and there it is. I had a similar experience a couple of years ago that I write about in my book, Awaken Your Miracle Frequency. It's easier than you think to have it all. I decided, made a decision in the February that I wasn't going to focus on selling because I wanted to focus on my inner work. But ask the universe, just make sure 25K is there for us to be okay, subsist, bills, etc. And we received a legacy payment from a relative of exactly 25K. Now, what you'll notice in both those occasions is the money didn't come through my business. The money has come from other places. And this is what I really want to drill through this training is if you can truly become open to the possibilities of the universe, your universe, you being the universe, you being plugged into a mainframe of infinite possibilities. It's like standing in front of an infinite number of doors and actually being open to all of them being open, being able to be opened. And they're all different ways through to what you want. But when you're locked into your mind, when you're locked into your belief systems, you're actually only able to focus on one door. And usually that door doesn't take you through to the outcome that you want. It takes you through to the outcome that you fear. And so I see this a lot in my coaching, especially new clients who come in and they're deadly scared that they're not going to be able to pay their first invoice. And those ones that are deadly scared that they're not going to be able to pay their first invoice, don't. And I say to them, you have manifested exactly what you feared. What if you could do the opposite? How do you open all of the doors? How do you tap into the infinite possibilities of the universe? You have to start letting go of this, right? Because this only thinks about what you fear. This only keeps you safe from all of the things that have happened in your past rather than opening you up to the possibility of your future. I did this powerful shamanic journey the other day where, you know, I was invited to ask the question where I had taken an aspect of mind from someone else, that I was carrying an aspect of mind from someone else. And where this journey took me, I always go to my little medicine place, which is this little island, and I'm always met by a spirit guide. And I was met by a mute magician. Now, we'd been asked to reconcile something from the past or a past life, and yet this mute magician was shoving me through the door to the future, and I was saying, no, I'm meant to be reconciling from the past. And so through this door, we walked to this beautiful tree called the Tereri tree. It's a native New Zealand tree. And, you know, all around this tree, while this magician watched on, were these characters, you know, almost like personalities that you see on films, in cartoons. You know, it was kind of comical, and they were all dancing around this tree. They were like doing a big cobra chain, snake chain. They were riding bikes. They were just everywhere, and it was so chaotic, and I found myself just cutting through the noise and holding on to the tree. And as I held onto the tree, it's like I felt stripped bare, just like a tree. I mean, look, the tree. It's just a tree, right? It's just this beautiful tree. It's got all of its markings, and we know that it carries the wisdom of the universe, but it's you know, it's got no bells or whistles or... And I felt that nakedness, I felt that truth, I felt that authenticity, I felt the earthiness, I felt my connection to the earth, I felt peace. And then it dawned on me that the aspect of mind that I had taken from somewhere else was the collective. You think about all your life, all that you pick up and you carry around how you should be, how things should be, what keeps us secure, what creates security, what makes money. This came up in the medicine temple last week, you know, what makes money? We asked that question, what makes money? And a couple of the answers were working hard, being productive. But what if it isn't? What if making money is simply an exchange on your value, and the most valuable thing in you is your fucking bare naked truth, just like this fucking tree, right? Because of your unique wisdom, because of your unique experiences. But none of this shit is coming through you because you're operating through your mind and all of its walls and all of the locks that it puts in those doors, instead of through your heart space. So manifestation is actually about coming out of here and dropping into your heart space, into the highest frequency of prosperity, which is unconditional love, which is unconditional love for yourself, unconditional love for everything outside of yourself, and operating from your feeling center. So this is where actually manifesting is asking, just like putting in the order for the Amazon package, and then completely forgetting that you've put the order in because you're focusing inwards. You're not looking outwards for validation that it's coming. You're not looking outwards for anything, right? You're focusing inwards, and you're focusing on becoming the resonant frequency of what you're calling in. So I know your question, how do I know what the resonant frequency of 45K was? Well, I don't know what the resonant frequency of 45K was, but I obviously became it. And that is because of the journey that I've been on since January, deeply to, you know, instead of focusing on the resonant frequency of 45K, focusing on what might be dragging my frequency down. And you can do this as well. This is how I've had remarkable results in my business, by changing nothing in my strategy at all in the last couple of months. Nothing. In fact, I've done less. I have done so much less. And yet I'm seeing money coming in new ways. I am seeing my social media grow. I am seeing connections happen almost by magic. and I'm feeling excited, turned on by my business, by my creativity, by my creative authenticity. And my focus is going into my passion projects, not the hustle, right? Because that's what we do when we're worried about money. We focus on the action, the physical action. Was there any physical action related to my business when I asked for 45K? No. But there was action around how I can connect more deeply to my true nature as a divine being. Because your true nature as a divine being is the highest vibration that there is. It is the way that you come out into the world without the roles, without the responsibilities, without the worries, without the expectations, without the shoulds. You know, a big part of the journey of the last 2 months has been in terms of what I've been seeking, because it's not money in truth, it's love. It has been the journey that I've taken with money that you can read about in my book, Awaken Your Miracle Frequency. It's easier than you think to have it all. Where I completely reprogrammed what I believed about money, what I believed about myself in respect to money. I've been taking the same journey with love. I have been rewiring what I believe about myself in relation to love and what I believe about love. Because I've realized that love for me, just like with money, had a lot of conditions around it. And that was because I wasn't believing in myself. I wasn't unconditionally loving myself. And so that's been my journey, right? So I've been focusing on, who am I receiving that abundance of love now? And this is the journey that you have to take with money, right? It's like, who am I receiving that abundance now? And being deathly honest with yourself. You know, are you the person that uses the words like, I can't afford it? Are you the one that's fretting about how to pay the bill? Or are you just trusting that the money's going to be there when you come to pay it? Are you the one focusing on the lack, checking the fucking bank account for how much is going out? Or are you the one sitting in absolute fucking gratitude and appreciation that you are abundantly provided for, always and without condition, by the universe? Knowing again that you are the universe, it's all coming from you, and then it all flows back to you, right? So the things that you can begin to look at and ask yourself the question, especially now in this 5-day window of the lunar eclipse, where that fucking beautiful moon, I sat under that beautiful moon last night and I watched it rise. I watched it rise up into the sky, and the thing that is beautiful for me with this Egyptian past life that is coming through, and really understanding the dynamic between the sun and the moon and their part in the solar circuit, is that the waxing moon, there was a big story behind the rising of the waxing moon, which is obviously the moon at the beginning of the cycle, right? And then to become full, to become the full moon, it has to illuminate. So there's this beautiful journey, right, between waxing moon and full moon, where you illuminate what you are ready to release. All of these stories, all of this trauma, all of these limits, all of this bullshit that isn't true. Just like I saw in that shamanic journey, all of those characters running around that I've picked up from media, that I've picked up from my parents, that I've picked up from my school, that I've picked up from my job, about how I should be, who I should be, instead of just being my freaking truth and trusting that she is so bloody beautiful. She is so bloody powerful. And she has so much to give. And in that feeling, the love is overflowing, right? I am using beautiful, loving words. I am making beautiful, loving choices. I am taking beautiful, loving actions. What would the unconditionally overflowing, loving version of me do? What would the person who trusts that money is abundantly available and on its way for you do? right now, in the moment, in trust without fear, this question is going to change your life, and I can help you to get there. The boomerang test. So in this theory, and we see it with the Amazon package. We don't just ask Amazon, we have to pay Amazon. And that's what we're doing every day with manifestation. It's an energy. We are plugged into a mainframe. We give to receive. Something has to come from us to come back to us. But it can also flow around us. Your Amazon package can get delivered to the person who is in the resonant frequency to receive it, right? Because your walls are up, your doors are locked. And that is where you can imagine that you chuck this boomerang out, right? You ask for the thing that scares you the most. Ask for the amount of money that seems impossible. Ask for the love that seems impossible. Ask for whatever scares you the most. And imagine that you are letting go of every single limit, every single wall, every single story as to why this can't come back. Let it go. Boom. Away the boomerang goes. Now, if once you have let this boomerang go, you can feel absolute love. You can actually be in deep inner peace. If you can feel at one with everything that is, just like this beautiful tree, the boomerang's going to come back. But if you let that boomerang go and you start to hear all the what ifs, if you start to feel all the fears, if you start to actually hear your own stories and distrust, that is where the boomerang's not. It's not going to come back to you, right? It can't come back to you because your resonant frequency is pulling it back into you. Your resonant frequency. And your resonant frequency is made up by this heart center, by how you feel, right? So where to from here? Number one, you're going to start focusing on how you want to feel rather than getting something, getting somewhere. And this is really hard in your business because you're constantly being told, focus on this goal, focus on the outcome of this launch, get this thing, be this person, noise. And it's all action, strategy, hustle, do fucking more fucking do, right? Exhausting shit that I know you're tired of. What if you can push all of that to one side and you can start practicing feeling and being in a place where your desired outcome has already come to be? Do you even know what that feels like? Because honestly, my clients, when we do some of this work, they actually realize that they fear having the money. They fear having the responsibility of it. They fear having to manage it. They realize that they feel unskilled, incapable, undeserving, unworthy to receive. So we actually need to work on this stuff, right? Because you need to be able to feel it like it's already here. You need to start making decisions. We hear that in manifestation, act as if you've already got the money. Pay. I said to a client yesterday, he couldn't pay his bill. I said, pay something towards it. Don't pay something towards it. Be the current, be the flow. Because something will come back from that and you're trusting that the rest is coming, right? He signed up his first client. The rest is coming. We then want to start following our feelings, right? Meaning you need to feel them. It's like I always say to my clients, if it's a struggle, don't do it because it's something that you need to know. If you were ready to take that action, it would be easy. We don't need motivation to go to the gym. We don't need motivation to do the work. It comes in absolute flow and inner peace and ease when we're ready to do it. So ask the question, if I'm struggling right now, why? Okay? The biggest reason you aren't manifesting is because you're in your head, right? Not in your heart. So we've got to start following our heart in the direction of our highest dreams and desires. not in the direction of the things that we feel that we should do because of all the fears that we have. And this is hard. This is the line of courage, right? Stepping across and saying, do you know what? I'm going to focus on the passion project in my business because it makes me feel good, because it feels like my soul's calling, because it sounds like my soul's song, because I feel lit up when I do it. And I'm not doing it because I believe if I don't, something bad will happen. And that's what you're doing in your business most of the time, scurrying around, busying yourself with the buff that just settles the fears that your ego has. And then you're trying to talk your ego to switch it off. You're trying to affirm to it that other shit's true, that you just do not believe in your heart because you need to heal in here. You need to be okay with your heart breaking. Do you know why I wear this necklace? Because it symbolizes this one, the indestructible heart, the diamond heart, okay? Because that's what we have to have. We have to have a diamond heart. A diamond is indestructible, but it goes through some fucking heat to get there, right? And that's what you've got to do. You've got to face every single fear. You've got to come to a place of absolute inner trust, self-belief, self-love, self-acceptance, forgiveness, letting go of all of the regrets, everything you're holding. I sat under that beautiful moon last night and I wasn't even sure what I was letting go of, but I felt the most beautiful. It was almost like whatever I let go, I even felt afterwards like I had it even, whatever I let go and block to what I want meant that I was even more like in the feeling of already having received what I want. Does that make sense? And I thought I was like letting it go, you know, but actually it's like you can't let it go. You can't let go of what is yours by divine will, right? You can't let it go. And this is why we've got to start listening to our heart, not our head, because your head knows nothing about divine will. It knows nothing about your divine blueprint. It knows fuck all about why you are here on this earth, and yet you fucking listen to it all day long. Oh, you should go check that message. You should go do that thing. What if your heart's telling you to do something entirely different because your heart is connected to your soul? Your heart is connected to your womb's wisdom. I woke up this morning after that beautiful feeling in a puddle of blood. I'm bleeding on the full moon. And I just felt this beautiful, like, fucking empowered, divine, dark goddess feeling of connectivity, no separation, bare, naked truth, like this beautiful tree right here, connected to the earth, right? Fingers in the earth. Lose the separation. Be courageous enough to take the action that you would if you had everything that you want. And again, there's a story behind this. I just got back from 5 days at Earthbeat, a festival here in NZ. And I've been wanting to go to this festival for years. And I didn't go because I thought I needed to be accepted by my ex. I thought that should be something that we do together, and you know, that's not his jam, that's not his jive. I feared, obviously, doing it with 3 children. I feared the experience of being alone in a festival, because yes, we have our children, but you know, when you're around adults, your children, you know, they don't count. And so I didn't go. I felt guilty as well. So it's a lot of money to go to this festival, and I'd felt guilty to go because it was money that was obviously ours that I didn't want to spend on something that he wasn't into. And so all these stories, I didn't go. When we separated in October last year, I actually sat down and I did exactly this. I asked myself, what are the values of the person who already has the love, the experience, the abundance that you want? What are her hobbies? What does she do? How does she hang out? How does she eat? How does she think? What does she let go of? Like this massive long list, actually. And one of those things was she goes to these festivals, and I thought about earthbeat, you know, and I didn't ask the universe in truth, but I got really connected with the feeling of these experiences. Like I say, connected to the earth, out in nature, music, dancing, somatic workshops. Fuck, I was in my element, right? But I didn't take action outside of, you know, really getting clear within me who I am and the life that represents that, and focusing on feeling like I already have it. And what happened just after Christmas was that I was gifted a ticket to Earthbeat. I was gifted a ticket to Earthbeat, and I was invited to get over my fears of going. I lifted a, 50-kilo tent into a car, drove it, got it up, got it down, kept the kids alive. I did all the things that I didn't think I can do, and you can too, okay? You've got to be in total trust, not of anything outside of yourself, but yourself. You have got to start listening to your intuition instead of your ego, to divine guidance. And you've got to start living moment to moment, okay? Ask, forget, then live moment to moment, in peace, in presence, in appreciation. This is how inner work makes money. So I am going to be going deep into this in my mystery school, and you can access that for free as part of my group. I'm going to be sharing the details. This is absolutely something that you want to be part of. 7 days of trainings, over an hour each day, basically going into all of this and helping you to start manifesting what you want with ease. So I'm going to give you an extra incentive to jump into the group. I want you to come and jump on a training that I have next week on shamanic journeying and how that can help you to grow your business. So come into the group, enjoy the training, and then be part of the mystery school that will launch on April 8th. That mystery school is happening then because that is the next lunar eclipse. And yeah, it's going to be powerful. It's about tapping you into that mainframe and knowing that what is for your highest good is in there, in the limited field of possibilities, an infinite web. It's encoded in an infinite web of possibilities, right? But to access it, to tap into it, you've got to start working in the place of what you don't know and what you don't know that you don't know, instead of staying safe in what you know. So I'm going to be digging into all of this. I want you to comment mystery down in the comments. I'll reach out, I'll give you access to the group. You can enjoy that training next week on the shamanic journeying. You can also experience and be ready for this amazing mystery school on April 8th. Love you.